Alright, take a look at the sequence of letters. What are the next three ones? Each of the letters is the first one of the numbers from 1. O stands for 1, T for 2, T for 3, F for 4, F for 5, S for 6, and S for 7. Then there must be E for 8, N for 9, and T for 10. And that's today's alphabet lesson. Take a look at the picture and tell who's a ghost. It's the man on the very right. He doesn't cast a shadow. Two people, Libby and Gray, were chilling on a beach. A police officer came up to them and said that he recognized the bike standing nearby. It was stolen from a man a couple of blocks away. He asked which one of them stole it, but both denied it. Can you tell who's guilty? Take a look at the footprints. They lead from the bike to the place where Libby is sitting, so she must be the one who took it. After an accident, Samara was experiencing memory loss. 3 guys came to visit her: her twin brother, her long-lost cousin she hasn't seen for 10 years, and a guy from school who liked her but she never talked to. Take a look at their wallets and decide who is Samara's brother. It must be this guy. Look, he has a picture with her. A random guy wouldn't have one. Neither would a long-lost cousin, because the photo wasn't made long ago. On the weekend, Kira and her friends were supposed to celebrate a birthday of a friend online, but Kira didn't show up. In school, her friends asked why she didn't come. She said that on Friday evening something happened, and she didn't have any internet or electricity for the whole weekend. She said that she used this chance to study and spent both days in front of the computer writing her midterm papers. Her friends didn't believe her. Why? If there was no electricity, she wouldn't be able to work on her computer. A PC doesn't work without electricity, duh, and a laptop wouldn't last for 2 days without charging. Lenore accidentally sent a message to her sister instead of her best friend and didn't want her sister to see it. She stole her sister's laptop and tried to delete it. However, the laptop required a password. Luckily, there was a hint: Math 2, Music 2, History 6 5, Drama 2 3. What's the passcode? Every number indicates the letter you should take out of the corresponding word. The second letter in math is A. The second letter in music is U. The sixth and fifth letters in history are R and O. And the second and third letters in drama are R and A. The password is Aurora. Esme was walking in the forest and got lost. Finally, like all the other times, she found the witch's house. Yeah, it's like Groundhog Day. She walked in, said hi, pet the cat, and asked to send her home. The witch wanted to make a deal. If Esme solves her brand new riddle, she'll help her. If not, Esme will stay with them forever. The witch blindfolded Esme. There was an unknown number of coins on the table. 6 of them were heads up, and the rest were tails. Blindfolded, Esme had to divide the coins into 2 groups so that there was the same number of coins heads up in both of them. How can she do it? So, since there are 6 coins heads up, Esme grabbed 6 random coins and flipped them. No matter how many coins there are and how many heads up ones she picks, it always works. That's because the number of tails up coins she gets among those 6 random ones is exactly how many heads up are left in the other pile. So when she flips them, they'll equalize. Estelle arrived on an island to spend her holiday there. All the locals there always tell the truth, and all the tourists always lie. 2 girls approached her, and one of them said, "Hey, I'm Sylvie, I am a tourist here, and this is Tessa, she's local." Can you tell if the girls are locals or tourists? Since locals always tell the truth, a local would never call themselves a tourist. So Sylvie must be a tourist. But she must be lying about something. If she told the truth about herself, then she's lying about Tessa. Therefore, Tessa is a tourist too. Miss Virginia Dell was a rich young lady. She loved jewelry and kept a collection of her favorite pieces behind the glass in her dressing room. One morning, she walked in and found that someone broke the glass and stole her jewelry. The detective had 3 suspects: Ms. Dell's cleaning lady, Willow, who cleaned the house every day; Ms. Dell's best friend, Kelly, who had the key from the house; and her cousin Sophia, who was staying with Ms. Dell for the holidays. Willow said that last night, when she cleaned the room at around 10 p.m., everything was all right. Kelly said that she hasn't been in the house for a couple of days. Sophia said that it's not in her manners to walk around someone else's house and steal jewelry. Who stole the jewelry? It's the cleaning lady. It seems like right after she broke the glass and stole the jewelry, she wiped off the pieces of glass while cleaning as well. It was a stormy night, and Alana and her sister stayed up late watching a soap opera. In the middle, there was a weather forecast. The weather lady said it'd keep raining for 2 more days, but in 72 hours, it'd be bright and sunny. Alana turned to her sister and said that the weather lady was wrong. Indeed, Alana was right. How did she know? In 72 hours, it would be the very same time as now, so it'd be night too. It can't possibly be bright and sunny at night. The Millers were having a barbecue party in the backyard. They made some fresh orange juice, and Giselle bragged that she could tell the difference between fresh juice and not very fresh juice. She asked her family to test her. She got blindfolded. Her brother brought some old juice from the fridge and let her drink it, and then he gave her some fresh juice. Giselle could tell the difference. How? The older juice from the fridge was colder than the fresh one was outside. Mr. Thompson was a strict English teacher who never allowed electronics in class and read all the paper notes aloud in class, so the students had to be conspirative. Once, he read out the following note: 1, 2, 8, 13, 5, 31, 3, 15. I love this book. I used to read it every month. Can you decode what the note says? The numbers stand for the place of the letter in the phrase. The first one is I, the second one is L, the 8th one is I, the 13th one is K, the 5th one is E, the 31st one is Y, the 3rd one is O, and the 15th one is U. The note says, I like you. Ah. It was a lazy day, and it just started raining when Mr. Jones called a police officer. He said someone just bumped into his car and drove away. The police officer arrived. The only person not too far away from the place of the accident was a man trying to fix his tire. Mr. Jones says that's the gentleman who bumped into his car. However, the gentleman said that it couldn't be true because he was busy fixing his car the whole time. Can you tell who's lying? It's the guy fixing his car. The rain just recently started. If he was fixing his car the whole time, the ground underneath his car would have been dry, but it's wet, which means he's just arrived there. Brittany was having a costume birthday party. A detective came in the middle of the celebration, saying he's looking for a robber who must be there, pretending to be a guest. Take a look at the people and say who the detective's main suspect was. Look at this guy. Unlike all the other guests, his costume is totally inconsistent. It's a cowboy hat and Joker's jacket. He probably wore whatever he could find in a rush, trying to hide. Yvonne went on a business trip and asked her boyfriend, Dale, to go and buy her a special chocolate bar from a man who came there once a month at midday. That day, he was busy playing video games and totally forgot about it. Yvonne asked him if he got her the snack, and he said that all the bars were sold out when he came. He even sent her a picture at the park to prove he was there. Yvonne looked at the picture and realized that Dale had lied to her. How? The shadows are too long, so it can't be midday since shadows disappear at noon. And the clock that says it's noon could have been photoshopped. 5 students stand in line. Adeline isn't next to Cleo. Bellamy isn't next to Danica or Cleo. Nor Cleo nor Bellamy are next to Eloise. From your perspective, Danica is on the left of Eloise. What are each girl's names? Adeline isn't next to Cleo, so we cross them from both columns, from Adeline's and Cleo's. Bellamy isn't next to Danica and Cleo. Danica and Cleo are both not next to Bellamy then. Cleo or Bellamy are not next to Eloise, and Eloise isn't next to them. Now, both Bellamy and Cleo have one neighbor, so they must be on the sides. But we don't know who's on the left and who's on the right. Let's try both. Bellamy's neighbor is Adeline. Cleo's neighbor is Danica. So, in both cases, Eloise is in the middle. Now, let's remember the last condition that Danica is on the left of Eloise. So, the first order is correct. It's Cleo, Danica, Eloise, Adeline, and Bellamy. Whew! Find the odd emoji and get 1 point. You'll see your results at the end of the video. Level 1. Which smiley face is different from the rest? Right, it's this winking one. Can you spot the odd tomato? The one in the middle. It's an apple. Which face looks different? The one on the right. There's something wrong with one of its eyes. And how about these emojis? Which one is odd? It's the one blowing a kiss. Which vampire is different from the others? All of them are males, only this one is a woman. Which laughing emoji is the odd one? Oh, something strange is happening to its eyes. These emojis look rather sad, but which of them is different? The happy one. Can you spot the odd plane? It's the one without a windshield. Which dancing girl is different? All of them are blondes, except one. Find the odd emoji among these thoughtful faces. The one in the middle looks suspicious rather than deep in thought. Which detective is different from the others? The one at the bottom. Can you spot the odd emoji? Right, this one looks different. Uh-oh, they all look angry. Ah, no, look at this one. Evil, yes, but smiling. Which emoji is different from the rest? This one seems to be sweating more than the others. And how about these smileys? Oh yes, I see why this emoji is the odd one. Level 2. Which whale is different from the rest? The one in the middle. Its water fountain is smaller than the others. Can you spot a different face? This guy has an eye patch on the opposite eye. Try to figure out which smiley is different. It was tricky. And how about these emojis? Which is the odd one? This one is blowing a kiss in the opposite direction. Can you spot a briefcase that looks different from the others? It's the one with a more complicated clasp. Which tiger is the odd one? This one, mostly because it's a cheetah. It likes to break the rules. Get it? Cheetah? Try to find a different emoji as fast as you can. Right you are, it's the happy one. Which emoji is different? This guy seems to have shorter hair than the others. And another tough challenge for you. It's the smiley that has its eyes open. Which horsey is the odd one? This animal doesn't have a white spot on its muzzle. Have you noticed the odd emoji? It's this little guy with no eyebrows. Which car is different from the rest? Right, this one has fewer windows than the others. Try to find the odd face here. This man's hairstyle looks different. Can you spot the lion that doesn't fit in? This animal at the bottom has only one ear. Which bee is the odd one? It's the one without antenna. Level 3. Find a different face as fast as possible. This guy styles his hair in a different way. Which watermelon slice looks unlike the others? This one has fewer seeds than the rest. Which emoji is different? This smiley is frozen, but still happy. Can you spot the odd locomotive? This one indeed looks a bit different from the rest. Which parrot is trying to blend in but failing? Something is wrong with its legs, like, the number of them. Can you spot the odd umbrella? Right, it's this one. Fewer raindrops are falling on it. How fast will you find the monkey that's different from the rest? Something strange is going on with its nose. Which emoji is the odd one? This girl is wearing dark socks, not white ones. Try to find the fish that's different from the others. Oh, I see. It has fewer fins than the rest. Which ghost looks a bit different? It's the one in the middle. Just look at its eyes. Do you see the odd palm? This one keeps all its fingers together. And now, which smiley face is different? This one is unlike the others. How fast can you spot the tree that wants to blend in but can't? Its trunk is green, not brown. Find the odd dino. This critter at the top doesn't have any stripes on its back. Which clock looks different from the others? Oh, right, it doesn't have the minute hand. Well, that was tough. Right now, you'll find out your results. If your score is 0 to 15 points, you might want to do more tests like this one. With time, you'll start noticing odd details in no time. If you've got 16 to 30 correct answers, your observation skills are admirable. With some more practice, you'll soon reach the top. If your score is 31 to 45 points, any detective agency would be happy to hire you. Your eye is sharper than an eagle's, and you can spot the tiniest details.